Okay, so the combined chemotherapy and radiation therapy um, finally came to an end after 6 weeks, and that was on February 9th, so it's actually been close to a month since that was over. And I just wanted to talk about the one thing I was not expecting to come out of that treatment. Going in, I was actually really very nervous. I expected, you in the movies and TV, you hear about chemotherapy and radiation cancer treatments, and there's something you expect from that. It's you expect nausea, vomiting all the time, and the weight loss, and your hair to fall out. And with the exception of my hair falling out, none of the rest of that happened. Nausea was, insignificant. No vomiting. I did not lose weight. In fact, I gained about 17 pounds, partly because of the steroids, but also partly just because my wife's mother was here for, about 4 weeks of my treatment, and she's an amazing cook, and she just made sure I was really, really well fed. And but the side effect that I hadn't really thought much about, and that I knew the least about, is the one that really did end up hitting me hard, and that is fatigue. It probably started about near the end of the second week, early in the third. I noticed I would start feeling a little fatigued sort of in the afternoon. And it was weird because it was really just only in my head. The fatigue was just in my head. It was this weird, my brain was tired. And this would sort of build throughout the day until finally, basically, I just shut off. My brain just was done. And if I was out when this happened or at home, but trying not to go to bed yet, it was interesting because basically my brain would just shut down function by function until finally it just got to the last one where it was like, okay, you're not staying awake anymore, you're out. But I think it was probably about 2 weeks before the radiation ended is when the fatigue just really, really went up, to a whole new level. It no longer started in the afternoon, and it wasn't limited just to being tired in my brain. It was just exhaustion throughout my entire body. The fatigue started in the morning. I would wake up tired. I'd be tired all day long, and it was just everywhere. And it's continuing, and in fact, it's actually still getting worse. And I was told this might happen. I was told the fatigue can actually intensify over the 2 or 3 weeks following the end of your radiation therapy, and that is exactly what is happening with me. It's been, I guess, nearly 3 weeks now since my radiation therapy ended, and like I say, it is still building, and it's just the most amazing fatigue. It's difficult to describe even. Basically, just imagine that you haven't slept for about 3 days. That's how sleepy you're going to feel. And then physically, it's just like you've been hiking all day long. You're bone tired. It's almost like every cell in your body has just been wrung dry. The water in the wet towel is the energy, and it's like every single cell has just been wrung, and all the energy has just been drained from it, from each cell in your body, and then, like I say, you're just amazingly sleepy. And anyway, so yeah, really fun. Part of me kind of thinks that I would rather have had the nausea. However, I was talking with one of my occupational therapists who had breast cancer and who experienced the nausea, and when I told her that, the fatigue was so bad that I kind of wish I'd had the nausea instead, she's like, no. So I don't know. I can't compare. I've only experienced the fatigue. So perhaps the nausea is really extremely bad. But if it's worse than this, then, my heart goes out to anyone experiencing nausea, because it's got to be brutal if it's worse than this. Anyway, that's the update. So yeah, if you ever get cancer, fatigue is very possibly something that you may get to look forward to, and it's going to suck. I'm told it won't last forever, so that's good. And anyway, that's it for me right now. Today's song will be... I'll pick one of my daughter's favorite songs, and this is a good song to... it helps her to fall asleep, and plus it's just extremely awesome. It's Kashmir by another obscure British band called Led Zeppelin. The link is below. Should you feel like subscribing, you can also figure out how to do that below. And until next time, aloha and mahalo. See ya.